initial vision for the practice was to have 3 practices incorporated into one with a warm, welcoming feel, yet add a touch of elegance and class. Hi, I'm Damien. I'm the General Manager of the Brecken Health Group. We operate over 20 practices throughout Western Australia. In our heads, we're looking for a warm practice, minimising the clinical feel. We want to incorporate the natural surroundings of the Shenton Park area and introduce the flora and fauna within the area into the practice.
I'm Darcy Miller, Interior Designer at Perfect Practice, and I was the lead designer of Shenton Park General Practice by Brecken Health. Our clients came to us with an already approved development application by Council, which was to extend the practice up to 2 stories. However, during our first walkthrough throughout the clinic, we realized that there was a whole lot of unutilized space that wasn't being taken advantage of. So through careful consideration and planning, with the clients, we managed to achieve their brief entirely solely on the ground floor, no longer requiring to go up. The brief from the client for the design was incorporating 3 existing general practices into one. So we were looking at their target markets, and the design was actually influenced by that. So what we have here today is an opulent feel that's also architecturally detailed, as well as having a nice earthy, grounded color palette throughout. Throughout the practice, we have really high ceilings, and one small feature that we've done is actually paint the ceiling color a slight different shade. Typically, we just do for a flat white. However, through the hallways and through the reception and waiting space, we've gone for a more light beige color, which really enhances the curved bulkheads that you see in the reception and waiting space.
The high ceiling and the ceiling design is definitely eye-catching and draws the eye up, making the practice feel larger and more spacious. The practice is amazing. Our team and patients are impressed with the new practice.
We also worked with an amazing local artist, Olive Cheng, who has provided some artwork throughout the space. Brecken Health also commissioned her to put together some amazing pieces, especially the one that's here in the waiting space. It really adds to the design and really becomes a focal point when people walk in.
Entering the new practice is refreshing. It's bright, it's modern, and it has a very welcoming feel.
My favorite feature of the project is the feature battens behind the reception counter. It was also our biggest challenge for the project. A lot of people were involved in the process, so we had the design team making sure that the layout was 100%. We also needed to make sure that our construction team built the walls so that it measured perfectly. So now what we have is a door that enters into the practice manager's office, as well as the window, which is completely disguised. It adds a little bit of a fun, whimsical element to the space, which is something that you typically see in quite a high-end residential space. It just makes the space for staff a little bit more exciting to work with every day.
So initially, when we had the project to combine 3 practices into one, we did contact multiple vendors out there. Perfect Practice stood out to us. Their professionalism, their design skills, and their expertise made them our selection of choice.
Working with Damien, Brenda and Taryn throughout the process was a real joy. Working with them in every design meeting, it was really great to see the design evolve, and it was a very collaborative process.
The experience with the Perfect Practice team was amazing. They got it right every time. It was simple, it was easy, the design was on point, and we loved every step of the process. I definitely would recommend to anyone to work with Perfect Practice.